You return to your camp, your mind reeling with what you have learned. The cursed ghost of Mathril speaks true. You know this in your heart and soul, and it lends some truth to the motivations of the murderous Gilded Eye. But in your heart also lies the truth that you and the remaining survivors of the Burning Dawn are free to choose your fate, to deny the demon its due. Or so you hope, as the crackling fire lulls you into the fickle arms of sleep. You have found answers in the haunted words of a dead wizard, but many questions remain. What drives the Knights of the Gilded Eye? What does the demon want from you? And if you are fated to bend to a demon's will, what role is left for you to play?
Who they said they were.
Anytime.
Drow called you name betrayer. What is that?
The moon cries for you. The moon cries for you. The moon cries for you.
Can do.
The moon cries for you. The moon cries for you.
The moon cries.
The moon cries for you.
The moon cries for you.
The moon cries.
The moon
The
cries.
moon cries. Well, hello there. Good to see you out and about. Seems there's been a shocking development or two. Is there something I can get for you? Nightmares never end, my friend. Not until the world ends. Which will be soon, I think. Take a seat. Have a drink and relax while the land cracks and the skies burn. You look terrible. It's the demons, isn't it? These aren't your normal, starving, no-skills, hit-like-a-pillow-fight demons. They're slaughtering us like animals. You most of all.
The order of the burning.
That's the question, isn't it? If Jarhild were here, she'd say... Well, she'd probably just say, the moon cries for you, to be perfectly honest. This is where we go when our roles are played out. When we've done all we can. We are all siblings in purpose, if not by blood. That's the spirit. Embrace the end. When the demons take your blood, let them get drunk on it. For now, let us sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And if you see Bryn, tell her, the moon cries for you.
The drow called you name.
I think it's safe to say that you and Jarhild are the only ones having the nightmares. They must be related to your guild's link with Belafos.
Sounds like a fair assumption to me.
I mean, I've done some crazy stuff. But allying with a demon? Oh, seriously? Wow.
Right. We can't blame them. Anyone could fall for a trick like that.
Ain't that the truth?
We were supposed to report to Soranil this morning. He said he'd meet us at the Cutlass.
I could use a bit of a drink myself.
I just hope we don't have to go looking for him again.
Aye, I can't help the feeling that we're in for a long day.
Hey, I were about to go looking for you. Hoping you might have a moment to chat. I got a letter from an old buddy of mine named Thoradin from back before when I met Liddy. He wants to meet in the Cutlass sometime, to catch up, you know. Now, back when I knew him, I wasn't the paragon of politeness and virtue you see before you today. No, I did some things I wasn't proud of. And let me put it this way, I don't think Liddy would like who I was back then. I know I didn't. This old friend. I know he's going to ask a favour, but he saved my life back when it wasn't worth saving. I think I owe it to him to hear him out. A grand tale of bad decisions and youthful stupidity. When I was just getting started out, I ran into some trouble. I felt like I had something to prove, so I did what anyone in my position would do. I tried to steal from ship Bareham. Second largest pirate ship in Luskan. They and the other ships pretty much control things here in these parts, so I, of course, figured I'd go and steal from them. Anyway, I broke into their headquarters, and I saw this fantastic dagger just lying there, only protected by several locks and an array of poison needle traps. Child's play. So I took it. Later I found out it belonged to High Captain Bareham himself. Silly me. They were ready to skin me alive. But Thoradin had contacts within Bareham, and he talked my way out of it. So I owe him. Thanks. You know, I don't care what anyone says. You're not so bad. Ha! Thoradin used to say that to me. I guess I'd best get some sleep. We've got a lot to do. All right, where were we? I'm not sure why my mother picked Luskan, but she moved us here thinking we could start all over. Phew, boy, was she wrong. She really did try and make an honest living. She opened a shop using the gold she'd squirreled away over years. She found me an apprenticeship with a local mason, who turned out to be a bit of a thug himself. I was a terrible mason's apprentice, but I turned out to be very good at the thiefly arts. I did all sorts of breaking and entering, mugging, stealing, you name it, though I never killed a man for coin. My mother never knew about my real occupation, not even on her deathbed. But when she died, I had a crisis of conscience, I think. Suddenly it felt like what I was doing were an insult to her. She saved my life. And here I was, being more or less the man my father was, likely to die without ever having done a single good thing for anyone. And that's right about the time I met Liddy. I haven't thought about my mother's death in a long time. I think I need to take a moment. I will say this. I wouldn't join your guild, even if it weren't pretty much destroyed right now. No upside in dealing with demons. Don't be a stranger.
Was hoping you'd a moment to talk. I'll keep this short. Me mother's in town, and she's looking for me. Usually I just ignore her, but Shivani says she seems pretty bloody upset. I'd appreciate it if we could go talk to her. Beats me. I'm told she says me brother and sister have gone missing, but they do that all the time, trying to start some business or other. Best that we go see what she wants before she takes down the whole bleeding city of Luskan looking for me. You have me thanks. Once we find out what she's on about, me mother'll head back home and we can get back to work. I'm not sure I trust that ghost when he says the guild's free of demonic influence. I suggest we watch each other for anything out of the ordinary. Aye. We haven't had a chance to talk very much since she joined up, have we? Me family goes way back. Back to Mithril Hall, if you believe that. Our family scattered from there after Shimmergloom attacked. And we returned when King Battlehammer signed the treaty with the Many Arrow Orcs. Aye. We were smiths. I know, be still your heart, but we were good. Me clan got the name Stoneforge because it says me ancestor could forge stone into a blade fit for battle. Why you'd want to do that, I'll never know. Me ma and da left for Mirabar just before I was born. Looking to expand the family business, they said. Too much competition from other smiths, I say. Me da was anything but stupid, that's for sure. We made good coin there, and we made a name for ourselves in Mirabar. I worked in the forge as a wee lass, swinging a hammer right alongside me da. Funny remembering it now. I'm not sure I hated it as much as I thought I did. Well, I need to get a bite to eat. Maybe we'll find some time to talk later. Don't be a stranger.
Hey, I wondered if I could, bend your ear for a moment. Something came up and I might need your help. You know how I was training with the Harples before they kicked me out? After I, raised some zombies I shouldn't have. Anyway, well, ever since Mafferel passed away, I've been thinking. I need to get back on track with my studies. And as great as it is chasing down demons with you, well, it's not exactly going to get me my big, tall, intimidating tower in the centre of an unforgiving wasteland, is it? That's the sort of thing a wizard needs, if people are going to respect him. Right, and you see where that got him. Dead, that's where. Though death isn't a place, so it should be that's what. But that wouldn't make sense with the... Oh, whatever. I want people to respect me. I received a letter from a woman named Dagatha. Before you ask, neither my mother, sister, or lover. Though, with a name like Dagatha, she's probably really into smart young wizards. Anyway, she said she's working for a book collector in Luskan, and that she has a tome I might like to see. Something that could help me develop as a user of magic. Well, she sounded really smart in the letter. And why would anyone want to trick me? I'm no one. I mean, unless they were trying to get to you, but really, who'd want to do that? We'll go talk to Dagatha, maybe read a book or two, and we're done. Back to fighting demons and saving the Sword Coast. No harm, no foul. I'd really appreciate it if we can find the time. If not, I guess I'll just cry myself to sleep at night, that's all. Where should I begin? Well, I was born in a small village near Longsaddle to very young parents who were farmers just because their own parents had been farmers and had all died the winter before. No, they all killed each other. An ancient family feud. Very tragic, really. My ma told me it started over the ownership of an enormous tomato and grew from there, as these things do. When I was born, my ma and da hoped I'd be able to help them out on the farm. But really, they'd have been better off hiring a farmhand. It's like they didn't realise I'd be born as a baby and not as a strapping lad of 13 years. Yes. Honestly, they can blame themselves for that one, though they pretty much blamed me. You might not know it to look at me now, but I was a scrawny child, and I was of little use on the farm. I tried very hard, but I never really took to manual labour. So my parents did what I believe any other loving parents in their situation would do. They sought around for someone willing to trade. A son for a son. And the next thing I knew, I met my Uncle Kipper. You know, remembering all that now, I'm starting to think that maybe my parents weren't as loving as I once thought. If you don't mind, I'd rather like some time to think. As mentors go, Mafferel was pretty great. I mean, he did sometimes act like he hated me or he thought I was stupid, but I could tell it was all an act. There was the one time he threatened to pull out my soul and attach it to a doorstop, but I rather deserved it. Ancient Netherese scrying crystals don't come cheap, you know. All right, you know where to find me.
Anytime. With pleasure. Maybe I can help. Sure, can do. I'm on it. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. You're right. Can do. I'm on it. Anytime. Yes, sure. Can do. I'm on it. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. Yapas.
What do you need?
I hope that was all of them. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. With pleasure. Can do. I'm on it. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. Anytime. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. Anytime. With pleasure. Let's do this. Maybe I can help. Sure. Can do.
Greetings, friends. It is a wonderful day, is it not?
Well met, disciple of Corellon Lerethian. I hope the gods smile upon you this day.
Oh, they do, fellow follower of the Seldarine. Though my travels are interrupted, my spirits remain high. May the gods guide your travels.
I'm on it. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. Anytime. With pleasure. Sure. Can do. I'm on it. You rang. Anytime. With pleasure.